Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Houston Rockets video for you. Now, before I get into this video, you guys have been showing me mad love. I am 55 subscribers away from hitting 4,000. I'm making Rockets video every single day. I'm also posting NBA stuff, all that good stuff. So if you like this video, hit that like button, hit that sub button, man. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out, man. It's changing my life out here. So thank you so much for all this love, man. I cannot wait for the Houston Rockets season to start. I can't wait for the offseason to start. I mean, I know it is the offseason, but like just day by day, man, it's going to be more fun, and more fun. The hype is building. Game one of the Houston Rockets season, no matter how the roster is looking, it's going to be must watch for Rocket fans. So while the Rockets did not get the first pick in the draft, there's a ton of hypotheticals out there. First off, let me get that out of the way. I've made a lot of videos on this so far, and I plan to make more videos on it. News are breaking, not by the hour, but by like the half day, more news are breaking that, the Rockets GM or the Pistons GM isn't all that sold. The Pistons as an organization aren't all that sold on Cade. They're willing to listen to offers if they can't refuse it. Stone coming out and saying, he's down to trade down. Like, this is awesome, and all this speculation is so cool. I don't know the realistic possibility of getting Cade. I would still say it is probably low. But like I said, man, day by day, hour by hour, we're literally learning more and more about this situation. Teams have yet to even have the workouts. These players have yet to work out for these teams. Like, this offseason is going to be great. So we won't talk about Cade Cunningham in this video. I've actually made a dedicated video to why the Houston Rockets should draft Evan Mobley, and then I've done one for Jalen Green. I pretty much plan on going through probably the top 7 or so, because I know I've gotten a couple of comments on, like, even Davion Mitchell. Like, I think the Rockets should get Davion Mitchell. So I'll make a ton of videos about this, but those are the 2 that I've done so far, just kind of like my first opinion on it before the workout, before combine, before all that good stuff, before rumors. So we're going to just talk about 3 players here today: Jalen Suggs, Jalen Green, and then Evan Mobley. Now, I highly doubt the Rockets have any idea of what they're going to do with this pick. Like I said, he didn't even rule out packaging the pick in a trade for an already established star. This was the quote: "The easiest way to make a mistake is to predetermine what you're going to do. I think our approach generally to the draft free agency is to look at everything that comes up. We will do all the work, we'll research all the players in the draft, and we'll try to figure out the best way to move forward." And assuming no one blows them away, we're just going to kind of assume that the Rockets keep that pick and that they have to make the decision between these 3. So it's funny because for the last couple of weeks, I would say the main priority has been, or the main ranking for a lot of Houston Rocket fans, or at least a lot of my subscribers, has been Cade, Mobley, Green, Suggs. Now, in the middle of March, it was pretty much Cade, Suggs, Green, then Mobley. So Mobley didn't really kind of pop into number 2 on people's mock drafts or their big boards. Even speaking for just general NBA fans, Mobley was kind of number 4 for most of the season and for most of March. And then Jalen Suggs has that shot. Jalen Green, he comes onto the scene. So there's just been a ton of different back and forth. And I actually saw, this was like the best tweet I've seen. First off, Rockets Twitter has been great. They have literally it's been so comedic. This was the tweet I saw from Red94. "This morning I had Mobley over Green. Right now I have Green over Mobley. I think you need a dominant offensive guard in today's NBA. This opinion will change by tonight. Stay tuned." So that's kind of just the way a lot of Rockets fans right now are. They are debating Mobley. They're debating Suggs. But I think it's funny because I think the debate for Jalen Suggs is, or I think I just said Green. People have been debating Green and Mobley, but I think Suggs is about to come into the conversation. I've gotten like 2 comments about picking Jalen Suggs at number 2 here in the last half day, and I think that is just only going to grow. So let's talk about Evan Mobley first. Now, literally last week was when he turned 20 years old. He is your kind of prototype new NBA big man. He is 7 feet. He has a 7'4" wingspan. He can kind of shoot from three. I think he shot 34% from deep this season. But he's extremely athletic. He's got some great touch on the outside. Sometimes he gets compared to Anthony Davis. Sometimes he gets compared to Christian Wood. Mobley averaged 16.4 points per game, 8.7 rebounds per game, and 2.9 blocks per game, and he took his team, USC Trojans, to the Elite Eight. I think Evan Mobley is a very intriguing player. I think that when you look at Mobley, a lot of Rocket fans tend to say, I want him because of the fit. You're not supposed to draft out of fit. You're supposed to just draft over skill. But I can't sit here and disagree that having a 7-footer, a very versatile player, very versatile in pick and roll, he can guard smaller players off that pick and roll, he can protect the rim. Having Evan Mobley would be awesome. And as far as the fit goes, I think Mobley would be perfect. But like I said, man, you're not supposed to draft over fit. So let's talk about Jalen Suggs. I've really yet to talk about Jalen Suggs. Now, he is a 6'4" point guard out of Gonzaga. All right. Now, if you watched the NCAA tournament, you definitely remember him hitting the 30 or so foot buzzer beater to beat UCLA in the Final Four. That was probably one of the greatest shots I've ever seen. Definitely one of the greatest shots I've seen to recent memory. Now, Suggs turned 20 this month as well. In his college season, he averaged 14.4 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and 1.9 steals. Now, he's very quick and he's a great defender. He doesn't really have a glaring weakness, except he's not a good shooter. He's not a bad shooter. That's the one weakness I would say. It's just he's not really... His shooting numbers, his shooting stats, they don't really stick out. They're not really a big issue, but it's something I would say he's not as explosive as a guy like Jalen Green. Now, with that being said, he can still shoot the long ball. He's still very, very good on offense. He's still a good player. I think all four of these guys with Cade Cunningham, I think they'll all be stars, man. Now, let's talk about Jalen Green, 6'6" guard from the G League Unite. Now, he's only 20 years old. I think he might be the most intriguing prospect. Now, he went to the G League instead of playing in college, but he probably has the best offensive game in this draft. I think he'll come onto the team and average close to what he averaged for the G League Ignite team. He averaged 17.9 points per game. I think he will average somewhere around there for whichever NBA team he plays for. He's also the MVP of the FIBA Under-17 Basketball World Cup in 2018. Played on the same team with Mobley and Suggs. Now, Jalen Green coming out of high school was the dude. He was the number one prospect. Jalen Suggs, he's kind of cool because he used to be a varsity quarterback, so he's got that leadership role. Honestly, any of these three I would be fine with. I just want a young, promising player here in Houston that's just going to bring new life. I want to hear, more importantly, your guys' opinions on this. Drop it down below who you guys want the Houston Rockets to draft. Let me know what video you guys want to see next. Hit the like button, hit the sub button. I'll see you guys later.